everyone, and welcome to this video. This is for week 6, number 2, Intro to Crime Scene Investigation Notes. So we're in the stream here. We're going to go to classwork. If you want to see the slides that I'm about to open, they're right here. They're called week 6 slides, and we're going to complete the note page. If you want to write your notes on a piece of paper, that is okay. But if you want to open up the note page and fill it in as we go, you can also do that. This is what the note page looks like. So now we're going to get started on the notes. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about crime scene investigation. We are going to talk about what it is, how it's done, and the inquiry process. Okay. So, what is crime scene investigation? Crime scene investigation is the use of deductive and inductive reasoning skills for the purpose of collecting all evidence at a crime scene. So, in your note page here, deductive is going to be in the first blank, and inductive is going to be in the second blank. I will write that for you, but this is the only one I'm going to write. Deductive, inductive. Okay. All right, and the rest are going to be fill in the blank. We're going to talk about what deductive reasoning is, what inductive reasoning is. We're going to go through the 4 types of crime scenes. And your job is to write down what's underlined in each box. And then we're going to go through the scientific method. So you're going to move these to where they go in the correct part of the wheel. So how you do that, how you make sure you can move it, is it just has to have the 4 crosses there, and then you can move it up or down. Then we're going to go through the steps of crime scene investigations. You're going to write step 1 here, and then step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down. Then we're going to talk about how long a crime scene investigation should take and the purpose. Okay? So for your notes, you just want to fill in the blanks. Okay. So let me go ahead and present my screen, and we will get started. Okay, so inductive reasoning is reasoning that starts with a general statement, theory, or hypothesis, and then moves to specific facts. So we're writing down general statement and specific facts in our note page. In the box to the right on the note page is inductive reasoning, and that thinking starts with a specific fact and then moves to generalization. So these 2 types of reasoning go opposite of each other, and we do them all the time. You're going to use inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning in this class. You're going to look at specific details and generate a theory, and then you're going to use that theory to look for more details and to really come up with a great reconstruction of what happened at the crime scene. Okay, so let's talk about the types of crime scenes. So we're writing down primary crime scene on one side of the table, and then the location of the original criminal activity on the other side. So let me just show you real quick, because this one's a little bit new. It's a little different than the other fill in the blanks. So primary would go here. See if it's gonna primary crime scene, and then based on the original location of criminal activity would go on that side. Okay. Next, we have the secondary crime scene. So that's the second location of a crime scene. This is usually going to follow after the primary crime scene. So you're going to want to get that down in your note page. It's the second location. So maybe something happens first at the house, then they get a getaway car, and then they abandon the getaway car. The car would be the secondary crime scene. Next, we classify types of crime scenes based on their size, with the macroscopic being the overall large big picture of the crime scene. So you're going to put this in the box all by itself in the overall big picture crime scene. If you get lost, you really can read the words, they're the exact same. So the large overall big picture crime scene of this would be the car. We can think of different crimes that are committed with cars. It could be a burglary, maybe a grand theft auto, someone stole the car, hit and run. Next, we have the microscopic crime scene, and these are the small details and invisible evidence present at the crime scene. So these are the tiny pieces of evidence that we're going to be really careful and have to look and make sure we find. So microscopic crime scene goes on one side of the notes, and small details goes where the words are. So in this crime scene, we have a bunch of different small pieces of evidence, like the glass. We're going to look for fingerprints anywhere on the car. We're going to look for hairs and fibers to see if we can identify a person or place or thing from the crime scene. So next, we're going to go into the steps of crime scene investigation. And like I mentioned, we have this inquiry cycle. So we're going to start off with an observation, what you see at a crime scene. From here, we're going to generate a hypothesis. What do we think happened? We're going to collect that evidence, and then we're going to run some experiments on it to test it. From there, we are going to analyze the data that we have, and we're going to look for matches between the crime scene and unknown samples to things that we know where they came from. So how it's done. So step 1, put on proper equipment. Step 2, secure the perimeter. Step 3, mark evidence locations. Step 4, take photographs. Step 5, write down what you see. And step 6, collect the evidence. So those are all going to go on the left-hand side of that column. How long does it take? It really depends. The time spent on an investigation is determined by 1, the type of crime, and 2, the amount of evidence left at the crime scene. So you can have crime scenes that take 1 to 2 weeks, and then you have crime scenes that are still under investigation and have yet to be solved 30 or 40 years later. And the purpose: identify, preserve, and analyze evidence from a crime scene to be used in a court of law. Really, we want to find everything. That's the identify part. We're going to collect it in a way that it's not damaged and we can see it again or use it to run tests. We're going to analyze those tests to determine what the evidence actually means. So back at our note page. So again, just to be clear, when you scroll down, you're going to put the types of crime scenes. Put these in the correct order based on what you saw them. Just move them to where you think they go. Okay, if you think that one goes there, you would move it there. You have steps 1 through 6. You just literally write step. And then step 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 down there. You fill in the blank for the duration, how long it takes, and then the goal or purpose is going to go here. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video, and I hope this helps you complete your note page on crime scene investigation.